when we got engaged, you know, she's like, okay, Mike, I'll let you once a month.
What?
Yeah.
After the engagement? Not even.
So she says once a month. And
Yeah.
what is that once? Okay, Mike, once a month. What does that mean?
Well, once a month, I'm allowed to, you know, have a side chick.
You know, it's a trip. I got my guy Michael Blackson in the neighborhood, right? And I told Michael Blackson, I said, hey, man, make sure you send me a picture of what you're wearing so we don't wear the same thing.
Nice.
And I'm telling you, man, when he came, I wish, Mike, I was going to wear something that was going to be an homage to how you get down.
There's no way you have this outfit in your closet.
No, I don't have it. No, I definitely don't. Hey, Mike, when did you start with, like, we were just talking off air how you just did 38 cities, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the 38 city tour, how many times did you wear the same outfit?
Never.
Never.
Never wore this. Nah, never. And, you know, the rest of the comedians, they said, look, we just look forward to what Michael Blackson is going to wear today.
So you'll come out, when you come out dressed, people, it was like a show.
Oh, it was a show. It was a show backstage. You know, everybody touching my outfit. It's always shiny. It could change colors, do so many things.
Hey, man,
know?
I saw the one. You know how you had that one that looked like silver, and then when you run your hand down, it looks black?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one.
We want DC Young Fly was going up and down on my outfit.
Yeah, you got to make sure that before you go out, you're like, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, man, now, at one point, Michael Blackson, early on, we would see you rock more like the dashiki look. You know what I'm saying? When did it go from that? And also, you can still throw on a pair of jeans and a hoodie, and we see Michael Blackson in all different ways. You know what I'm saying? But when did it go to the outfits where you're like, man, I can't wait to see what he's wearing?
Well, you know, when I first started stand-up, you know, my comedy was a little bit on the cleaner side. So I wore the dashiki. You know, dashiki is royal. It's African. You're a king, you know. And then later in my career, in the last 10, 15 years, I started to go hardcore.
Right.
I was going raw, cussing, and became a real Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor type of comic. And I didn't feel comfortable cussing in my dashiki.
Oh.
I said, if I'm going to cuss, I'm going to cuss in an American outfit, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's American.
Because, they allow it.
Yeah, you know.
So that was really conscious
main
where you were
thing.
like,
Yeah,
man, okay, I can't rock
do
this
this.
dashiki.
Talking like this.
Really, though.
Talking crazy.
When you were more of the so-called clean comic, did you feel like, man, I'm not getting my comedy off the way that I want to, or you just saw a natural progression?
I saw natural progression,
Right.
and I noted, and I realized that America likes people to go raw. And a headliner, I mean, you know, you want to be a headliner, you got to talk about things where other people are afraid to talk about.
Right.
You know, so it was just progressing to being a headliner. You got to go free and go wild and be. But it's always been in me. It's, you know, I think it was just a matter of when it was going to come out.
Hey, man, how did comedy start for Michael Blackson?
Started, you know, my first break was Comic View back in the day, 1994.
Yeah. Hey, man, were you doing any comedy before then? Like, what brought you to comedy?
No. I was working at Domino's Pizza.
Really?
Yeah, I started off answering the phones. Then I was delivering pizzas on a bike because I didn't have a car. And I started out at 15 years old in Philadelphia, delivering pizzas on a bike. Got robbed a few times. You know, then I went from there and became manager of the store. This is right around like 20 years old. I became manager.
Did you ever think like that was, man, like I'm living this American dream? But you
was
was in Philly. You like, man, I know the hustle too. Like, I ain't going to, this ain't going to be me.
But the thing about it, when I was in high school, I worked at Domino's, but nobody knew. I never told nobody where. Nobody in high school that worked at McDonald's or Burger King told anybody where to work.
Right.
If you catch me at work, you just happen to catch me at work.
Yeah,
okay?
And it wasn't like we had phones and people taking pictures.
Hell
and like,
no.
let me deliver my pizza on a bike.
But I was delivering pizza, making great tips a day, $30 to $50 a day. So, you know, when it's time to go to school, I'm dressed up all nice, you know, and they thought I was drug dealer.
Right.
They had no idea I was dealing pepperoni, sausage, ground beef, anchovies.
Like he's slanging slices. You know?
Hell yeah.
Pan pizza.
So how does
crust.
it go from the kid? He know them all. And now that you've been in Domino's, you're like, hey man, I know what y'all doing in there. I gotta make it too. Don't do me wrong.
I'll go back there and make my own pizza.
Yeah. How do you go from the kid on the bike delivering Domino's pizza to the person who says, I want to be a comedian? Are you funny in high school?
I became funny, I think, the last year.
All right.
And around the last 2 years of high school was when I finally got comfortable with myself. Because prior to that, the kids roasted me so much. I was real shy. You know, I was very shy. And when I realized what it take to fit in, that's when I came out. And that is just be chill, dress nice. Because kids made fun of you when you wear cheap clothes and you don't wear no real name brand clothes. So when I started at Domino, started making money, I was dressing nice, and then I started looking at other people's clothes, like, what are you wearing?
Right.
That's when the comedy started. But when I was at Domino's, became a manager, one of my coworkers, that was a delivery guy, was an acting teacher at the Philadelphia Community College. And he thought I was funny. He said, Mike, let me help you put your 5 minutes together and go to open mic. I said, what the hell is open mic? Wow. He said, it's a place where anybody just start off, and that's how I started.
So you just get up and you start doing open mics. How old are you when you first doing your open mics?
About 20 years old.
20 years of age.
Yes.
Did you and you still like, man, this ain't paying bills, so you still got to work.
Oh, yes. I worked all the way till the movie Next Friday came out.
Really? And Next Friday, when you get a movie like Next Friday, people think like, oh, man, Michael Blackson, he's Hollywood now.
Oh,
He
no.
done made. What is the pay for something like that? Because we think we on.
I got paid minimum wage, mother sucker, okay?
Yeah.
And there was a minimum
wage we can
happiest
get, though.
minimum wage. Because that minimum wage got me to where I am today.
Yeah.
You
Hell
know?
yeah.
That's why I remember a few months ago when somebody came out talking about Cube not paying them enough money. I'm like, what?
Right.
Man, Cube give us our break.
Yeah, man.
And Cube had nothing to do with the pay.
Right.
His job is just produce a movie, hire people to do all the pay, and every job has a minimum wage. And the minimum wage, I think it was $800 a day, which was not bad day's work.
Right.
And I think that whole day was on my set. So we actually ended up being 4 hours over. So I went a little over in the overtime, and I think I made $1,200.
Right.
But when the movie came out, you get a little residuals. Till today, I still get a little check for like 30 cents.
Yeah. Got to take it to every residuals bar right there on Ventura and just tell them, hey, put this on the wall. You know what I'm saying? I get like 8-cent checks. I'm like, dude, you might as well just kept this.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and my wife cashes them all. I remember one time, dude, I did this MTV. I was the voice for MTV Your Mama. And I remember I got a stack of envelopes. And I was like, okay, residuals came in. It was checks in there for 3 cents, 8 cents. I think the biggest check was 11 cents.
Wow.
Yeah, one time I wanted to go cash one of my check. They said it would cost me more money to cash it.
I was like, dude, it costs you more money to mail this to me.
Give me my damn check.
Yeah, man. So, Mike, I got to ask you, man, and I'm going to cut right to the chase. What the hell is going on with Michael Blackson and his relationship now? Because Michael Blackson, let me tell you, bro, not used to, but it seems like now we get more of Michael Blackson. Like you've peeled off these layers that we get a chance to see. Yeah. And you're engaged, correct?
Right.
All righty now. Do you call it engaged with benefits or engaged?
Engaged with benefits.
Okay, so explain
Lucky
that.
man.
So you're really engaged.
I'm really engaged to my
Okay.
fiancée. Wonderful woman, probably the best woman I've ever dated. She's Cambodian. Me and her we have a lot in common. I think what we have in common, we both got 30 cents a day for 30 years from a sponsor.
The price of a cup of coffee. Like, where you get your coffee from? Like,
And I think that's probably what brought us together. But, when I met her, I was single. I wasn't looking for a relationship because I just got out of one. And I enjoyed my freedom. And when we met, we clicked right away. I'm like, hey, I don't know how to keep my mutombo in my pants.
Right. You told her that.
I told her that,
Right.
know. And then, she said, okay, well, that's fine. We'll work on that.
How long ago did y'all meet? Is it
3.5 years ago. Yeah, it's Ryder.
Okay, and so 3.5 years ago, but you was upfront enough to say, hey,
Yeah, I was upfront.
I can't keep my Mandingo warrior or whatever you called
I
it.
can't keep the
Mutombo?
The Mutombo.
the village warrior.
Yeah, the village warrior.
The Mutombo.
And so you tell her that, and she's like, oh, we'll work on it. So you're upfront.
Yeah, I said, I was upfront.
Not like
man.
Louis.
I said, you're not the only one going to get.
Yeah.
Louis a liar, man.
Well, I don't want to put the interview
Yeah,
on
yeah,
him, but
come
yeah,
on,
everybody doesn't do what you did.
Yeah.
All right. And so she said, we'll work with it.
She said, we'll work with it, And then when we got engaged, she said, okay, Mike, I'll let you once a month.
What?
Yeah.
After the engagement? Not even. How do you make that
Do
contract?
she got any Cambodian sisters?
How do you make that contract?
So she says once a month. And
Yeah.
what is that okay, Mike, once a month? What does that mean?
Well, once a month, I'm allowed to, have a side chick. So our biggest argument today is, her whole problem is, hey, Mike, tear them up and send them home. Don't be going out to dinner and doing
Right.
extracurricular activities. She want me to just pretty much don't feed the side chicks.
Right. Don't feed them.
Don't feed them.
Right.
And,
And where does it go down at, though, Mike?
it could go down anywhere. It doesn't. Originally she was trying to keep it. our biggest argument at first, she went into like, hey, find a groupie, get it over with. Me, I wasn't too comfortable with picking up groupies every weekend.
Right.
You know, you go to sleep with, you get robbed, you get anything will happen.
Right.
I would prefer.
Sound like a man talking
12,
from experience.
A lot of experience.
Oh, I've had some. I've had some almost incidents. That's another show, motherfucker. You know, but I was like, you know, I prefer like maybe 12 of my favorite chicks, and I just rotate them. That way, at least I know them. You know, I'm comfortable.
Right. Do you call them by name, or you call them like January, February?
January,
March.
February.
Okay.
March,
All righty. And are
April.
these
That's
like
crazy.
dime pieces though?
May, June.
And so you can go out and
August.
come back, and your queen knows.
Yeah, she.
All
knows.
right.
But
So
she, you know, she's and she wants. Sometimes she want to know who I'm with. And,
Right.
You know.
Right. Can she do that?
I told you have any woman she want to. We could have the
There
same
it is.
thing.
See what I'm saying? Hey man, take that number right there, man. That's my wife right there. Can you just give that to your girl and just have her? You know, I don't know if your wife is doing, if your queen is doing like courses or anything like that, or you know, but just really take that number and see what can happen. I don't even need 12.
I don't think it you could do that in the middle of a relationship. I mean, how long
I'm
you
too
guys?
far in?
How many years you in?
Not long, like 20.
Oh yeah. Hell
Okay.
no, motherfucker.
Really though.
You better get Johnny Depp's lawyer, motherfucker.
You know, hey man. So when was the last time that you said, you know what, I'm going to go do my monthly soiree?
Let me see. What's this? Well, June. I've had June just started. I haven't had June yet. I had May.
Right. Damn.
Yeah, May was at my home in the East Coast.
I'm just picturing like a calendar on his wall, and he just X's it out like, yep,
Hell yeah.
Got my
June's
name.
done.
Then he like, man.
Like a punch card.
So if you did it twice in 1 month, is that considered cheating? Or do you
Yes.
lay over? You have layover?
I have no. She told me here I have no layover.
Oh, okay, right.
If the girl comes and her period is on, that's on me too.
Right here. Hey, that's on you.
I'm like, can I swap them? Come on, period is on.
Yeah. Oh, so you can't do July and June?
Yeah, she wouldn't let me. She said she's not T-Mobile, whatever phone company.
Right,
she is.
yeah.
The end of June, the beginning of July?
Like, there ain't no rollover minutes. Like, let me get 2 this one. And be nothing next
I mean,
month.
once in a while,
That's
she'll treat
awesome.
me once in a while. You know, she'll like participate. You know,
Really?
Yeah. My lady's fun. She's a
Dude, let
wonderful
me tell
woman.
you, man, you need not this couples retreat, the show that you guys are on. You need to do like your own little show, like
Yeah, man.
podcast, like something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'll produce it. You know, and you ain't got to give me nothing but the knowledge. You know? So sometimes there's a third party that y'all bring in.
Well, yeah, with her, we almost don't have
You're so
the same
shy
taste.
about this.
She's more into like the model type of girls. I'm more into like thick, big booty.
Right.
You know, sometimes she don't want a booty too bigger than hers. You know?
Right.
So
Okay. So you got to
if
compromise.
we bring in something in, she probably has to pick it.
Okay.
You know, 'cause
And
she
how
has
do
to
y'all
be-
find someone that you bring in?
I
probably
mean,
everywhere.
we out. We in the public all the time.
Damn.
We
So
out.
both of y'all be looking on. They be like, yeah. Oh. Ooh.
Hear it.
Yeah, she be coming back from the bar like, baby, go over to the bar, third one on the left. Just look at this one. Like, if you don't,
awesome.
I will. So will y'all get married?
Oh yeah, we'll
Does
get
it
married.
stop with marriage?
That's the biggest thing, man.
Another
Because
level.
I'm very religious, and
Ah.
I know once you get married, you can't be doing all this extracurricular stuff. That's prolonging the marriage.
You're not
right now.
very religious. because if you were very religious, some of this conversation we having right now wouldn't even.
Yeah, that's true,
So let's take the very off. I don't doubt you being religious. I don't doubt that you believe in a God. But don't come in here, Michael Blackson, and say, and I know it's probably a mistake. You're gonna get in the car, you'll be like, damn, I shouldn't have said very. That is shit. You know, so you're religious. So once you say I do, there's something that come with
I
that.
feel like if I say I do, like I have to, be right, because I have to be right with God, because I know He's watching.
Right.
But
Can you
as
imagine?
long as you didn't say I do, I don't think He's watching.
You
He's
like, oh God, he like this guy. Did you watch last November? I know. Like,
I don't think God cares about non-marriage relationships. so.
Right? Yeah, there's so much else going
Too
on.
much going on.
Right? He rewriting the Bible.
Yeah.
Blackson over there. All right, let me see. Scratch this part out. Man. Scratch this part out because we talking about like God today, right? We talking about God today. So yeah, that ain't gonna happen.